There are countless ways to design RevoFit adjustability into prosthetic sockets. But for your first one, we suggest you use the RevoFit 3-panel design. You won't be alone. This design has a track record of success for over 20,000 BK patients. The design provides adjustability in fit and function while preventing tibia pressure, levering, and rotation within the socket. Basically, there are 3 movable panels lined with padding that allow the socket to adjust. These panels are connected to a dial that allows the patient to adjust compression around the soft tissue while leaving the bony areas undisturbed. The result is on-the-fly adjustability that the patient controls with the simple twist of a dial. All RevoFit designs start with 3 basic questions. Where do I place the movable panels? Where do I put the dial? How do I make it connect? To help you answer these questions, your RevoFit Check Socket Kit comes with a handy paper socket guide. This maps the basic panel position, dial position, and the pathway the tubing will follow to connect the system. Fold this paper socket into its 3D shape and use it as your guide to design and build your first BK socket. Where do I place the movable panels? The 3-panel design positions panels on the pretibial area, the medial tibia aspect, and the gastrocnemius. Places you would typically install pads to relieve tibial pressure from an ill-fitting socket. But these pads can move in response to changes in your patient's limb. This 3-panel configuration supports the tibia and accommodates for volume change within the socket. Where do I put the dial? Ultimately, dial placement is up to the patient. They need to be able to reach it throughout the day, and the dial can go anywhere on the socket. But keep in mind that the panel closest to the dial responds to adjustments first. For that reason, we like to put it on or near the posterior panel. For your first socket design, we'll teach you to put it on the posterior panel along the lacing pathway. Other popular dial locations, such as near the mounting block or in a proximal location, will be discussed in our master class videos. Question 3. How do I make it connect? Start designing your lacing pathways at the panels. Using what we call the quarter rule, divide each panel into 4 equal sections, from top to bottom. The pathways will cross the top quarter and the bottom quarter of each panel. Using the quarter rule ensures even pressure distribution across the panels. Now, notice that the dial has 2 insertion points, called ports. The tubing that connects the panels begins at one insertion point and ends at the other, creating a closed system. So the pathway runs from the posterior panel across the other 2 panels and connects back to the dial. Notice also that there will be 2 turnarounds on the frame. There are a few key design elements to keep in mind to successfully design the lacing pathway. 1. Pathways must be parallel on the panels. 2. Pathways must be perpendicular to the panel's edges. 3. Pathways must extend 1 centimeter beyond the panel edge before turning. 4. All turns or curves must have a gentle arc to prevent kinks. Those are the design basics: panel location, dial placement, and connecting it all into a smooth, adjustable system. The BK 3-panel design allows patients to adjust for fit, comfort, and stability all day long. It's a great way to preemptively address tibial pressure within sockets that cease to fit properly over time. This design makes it easy for you to successfully build your first adjustable socket and bring the benefits of adjustability to your practice. Can you adjust? You are on your way.